Hello. Today we will be looking at the opportunity to order process. The opportunity to order process is a standard process that is being adopted or carried out in every single organization, because after all, you need an opportunity to make a sale. So it all starts from an opportunity or a lead or a prospect, as the case may be. Now I've logged in as an admin, and this process is going to start from a lead generation or a lead creation. So if I come down here, create my lead, I'm just going to create one now to say new, and the lead code we can say ERP event 01, and then we'll put in the name of the lead. We can say the name of the person is John Doe. Okay, John, and his first name is Doe. We can link this rep to a particular person. So here I'm linking it to a CJ. Depending on the status you are with this particular rep or this particular lead, you can define that. So I'm only filling this after contacting the lead. So here I'm going to put contacted. Now if I want to add another field that says not contacted, I can as well do that on the Sage X3 system. So here I'm just going to say contacted, and then here we define the company name. So we can say the company name for this lead is Sugar PLC. Okay, so let's just give it a name there, Sugar PLC, and there's a country. The function of the person you're contacting is maybe the purchasing director. What is the role of the person? We don't have any role defined, but we can say the role is the department is a purchasing department. Okay. When did you contact this person first? You can say on a Friday there. What is the site registration number for this particular lead? Put it in there. The business credit, if you want to put it in, you put it in. If there is any other additional information about this lead, you can also define it there. Then here you put in the address for the lead. We can say this is their main address, which is headquarters. So I'm just going to put that as headquarters there. Country is Nigeria. We can say Ikeja. Okay, so let's just say Allen Avenue. Allen Avenue, Ikeja. Postal code, we can say 23401. Based on what you have defined on X3, X3 will detect the postal code belonging to whatever it is you type in. So you can see it has already defined it to be Lagos. And then here I say personal stuff. So if I select this lead, the language for this lead is French, for instance, and that means whenever I'm sending anything to this lead, the system will automatically translate it to French. That's how intelligent Sage X3 is. But for now, I'm just going to select English. The birth date, if you want to put that, you can do that as well. The country is Nigeria. Now if there are notes, things you want to record based on your meeting or your discussion with this lead, or maybe something you just need anybody to know anyway, you can put it in as notes. So it's as basic as that. We do a create, and Sage X3 will create that particular lead, and you will always see it by the left hand side. So yeah, a lead called John Doe coming from this particular lead code has been created. Now at this stage now I can convert to a prospect, but before converting to a prospect, there are a couple of things that happen from a CRM perspective. So you can book an appointment with this particular lead and discuss what it is, you were meant to discuss anyway. You can put in the goal of the appointment there. Okay, so sales site, which is our branch, so let's say that's a site. Okay, so here you can define or tie this particular lead to a particular project. Under the employees tab, you define the people that you want represented in the engagement or with this particular lead. So the organizer will obviously be the sales rep, which I selected earlier, CJ, and under the consultant I'm still going to put CJ as one of the people who will be visiting. And then where is the location going to happen? So you select customer site or your own site or wherever it is, depending on what you have defined. Okay, the resources will be things like your projector, what will you be using to go for that particular meeting, which meeting room will be involved, and then reports as the case may be. So these are some of the things that you just need to put in before you create. If you look at the report here, you will see that I have a tab that is called level of satisfaction. So what that simply means is that at every point in time you can actually record the level of satisfaction a customer is after a particular meeting. All right, okay, so you can see here I've got like high, medium, low. It depends on what you have defined anyway. All right, so I'm just going to do a create there, and okay, so now it's telling me that some people are not available for the requested date. Awesome. Now the reason why X3 is telling you that some people are not available for the requested date is because he won't be available, I want to also put in somebody that details of the conflicts. That is what I wanted to show you earlier, and then the system will show you CJ is involved by that particular time with OG Bio, and you know, the details of when he will be going for that other bit. So we'll just remove the people that will not be involved, and we'll do a create, and then the system creates it. Okay, all right, now like I was saying, this is an appointment. You can make a call, you can create a task, you can raise a service request. Now let's do a close there, come back to a lead. From here you can convert the lead to a prospect. All right, so that's it. So I select the category, and then the system automatically pulls through the lead in question. So acronym here, I can say Shugo PLC is the acronym, and put in other details concerned, the address, everything pulls through from the lead, obviously the management, the contact, and what have you. So if I do a create there, the system automatically creates that prospect. Now if you look at the right hand side, you can see I have inquiries and then I have quotes. Now if you have sent or created a quote for this particular prospect, because Sage X3 will allow you to quote a prospect, if you have quoted the prospect, you will be able to see the details of that quote here, or anybody with access should be able to see the details of the quote here once the person clicks on the search button. All right, so we have our prospect now, and then from there we convert to a customer. The same thing applies in terms of your appointments, tasks, calls, and linking to a project. You can do that even on the prospect as well. Okay, so we'll do a customer now. Customers. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Alright, so the system will automatically create that, assign a customer number to the customer, and also pull through all information from the sales order and the prospect, from the lead and the prospect to the customer section. However, from here you're now able to select what kind of customer it will be, the category of the sales rep. How are you going to be billing this customer? Is it including tax or is it excluding tax? The minimum shipment that is allowed or the minimum order that is acceptable for this particular customer. Under the management tab, this is where you select do your credit control and also your customer relations in terms of when this customer became a customer. How did you get this customer? Is it through your trade show or through a prospect or through whatever it is? And then management of tokens will be for loyalty purposes. And then under your financials too, you're able to select the bill to customer address. Okay, so here it mustn't be the customer. You can specify a bill to be another customer, so I can say the bill to will be Sage Nigeria in this case. And then the address, who is going to be paying at the point where we invoice this customer, who will be paying, that you will select there. Then the accounting code for this customer as well. Then here we'll select our tax rules. So for demo purposes, I'm just going to say no tax. And the payment method, is this customer going to be a check customer? Is it going to be what kind of customer is it going to be basically? So I'm going to say it's a cash customer there. And down here I can link the customer to various analytical dimensions for reporting purposes. And then here I define the ship to customer in terms of the address, where is it going to be shipped to, and at every point in time while shipping to this customer, will I want the system to generate a picking list and a delivery note for the customer? I will take that as well. And then if I want to link if a particular bank ID is linked to the customer, it will display here. And then down here you have the customer contact. So at this point I will just do a save. Okay, that means that customer has been saved. If I do refresh, so if I go out of this place now and I leave the page, if I go to my customers, I should be able to see Sugar PLC created as a customer. Now if you notice, when we got to the prospect stage, there was something I missed. You will see a signature tab will be highlighted. What it simply means is that at every point in time, for some organizations, before you convert a prospect to a customer, that particular prospect must go through a signature approval. Okay, so in other words, somebody must approve that particular workflow. So in this case, I've specified that the sender will be myself and then the recipient myself, and that is why we were able to convert that prospect to a customer easily without going through approvals, as the case may be. Okay, all right. Now the next thing is because we're dealing with an opportunity to order process, the next thing will now be to create a quotation for this particular customer. Okay, so let's say if we're creating a quotation, do a full entry, and then here we'll select the site. Okay, now this is something we can as well create during the prospect phase. Okay, we shouldn't really be creating it now since we're dealing with an opportunity to order process, but all the same, I'm just going to show you how to do that. So now we'll select the customer, and the name of our customer is Sugar, right? Sugar PLC. So we'll just do a Sugar. We'll select the Sugar PLC there, and the shipment site. Select that one. The shipment site is where are we delivering the particular, or where are we taking the particular product we are sending to this customer from. That is what the shipment site means. Then the invoicing tab, we have specified earlier that this is a tax customer or this is a cash customer, so that is what will be displayed there. If you come under the invoicing element, you can see I have discount, freight charges, insurance, and you can also add more as the case may be. So what we're trying to say here is that at every point in time, whenever we are dealing with this customer, the freight charge is going to be the percentage that we specify here, the insurance is going to be that, or the discounts to be applied is going to be whatever it is we have defined. Okay, now here I'll put on the line. So in terms of the line, that will be the product you now want to quote for the customer. Okay, for the sake of the demo purpose, I'm just going to select one line here so that you see. So for instance, this is a product, as a description, there's a quantity, there's a price, and then various things, the tax level, the margins, the sales rep, okay, the delivery contact, the shipment site. Now these are various analytical dimensions you can tie to each of the transaction lines, so you're able to run a more detailed report. Okay, so that's practically how you do your opportunity, or you carry out an opportunity to order process on Sage X3. Because after the quotation, the next thing will now be to raise an order. So if this order has not been raised, that will be the next stage. But the order to cash process will be in another video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you very much for listening, and please do subscribe.